what are some things that you absolutely would recommend from a bone health perspective?
For diet, so Nikhil, diet really plays a much bigger role in joint health and bone health than most people actually realize.
Yeah.
What happens is, if you have a poor diet, most Indians are essentially, you would think, are averagely built and are not overweight, but they would actually have a slightly bigger belly than most people, while their arms and legs are thin. So what a poor diet does is it increases your weight. What is the relationship between weight gain and bone health? It's quite simple, and you'll be surprised to know that for every kg or for 1 kilo of body weight that you put on, your hips and knees are actually subjected to 4 added kilos of pressure while they're walking. And
Wow.
now, if you've put on weight, your knees and hips are going to get loaded more. Then you start having knee pain and hip pain. What this does is it essentially puts you into a vicious cycle where your poor diet has led to weight gain has led to hip and knee pain. And now, because of these aches and pains, you don't want to be as active and exercise or go for a walk or hit the gym, which is why you start putting on even more weight. And that actually ends up worsening your hip and knee pain. And that's where the role of hydrotherapy comes in. So, hydrotherapy is often what I prescribe for such patients because hydrotherapy means exercising in water. And what this does is there is a concept of buoyancy. So when you're in water, the load of your body weight that's acting on your hips and knees actually starts reducing. So let's imagine you're in a pool of water which is up to your waist level. This will decrease the amount of force on your knees by almost 50%. Increase the level of this water up to your chest, and that reduces the pressure on your knees by almost 70%. And when you increase the water level up to your neck, it's actually reduced by 90%. So only 10 to 20% of that force is actually acting on your knees. And that's why even in our hospital, we have a underwater treadmill in our physiotherapy department. And a lot of these patients actually benefit tremendously with this hydrotherapy. At the same time, we often get them to consult a dietitian because, broadly speaking, you can classify foods as being pro-inflammatory and anti-inflammatory. Pro-inflammatory means they're increasing the inflammation in your body. And as we just spoke, arthritis is essentially inflammation in the joints of your body. So a lot of times, patients who have a diet which is rich in red meat, processed foods, sugars, or trans fats are actually more at risk of inflammation in the body. Opposed to which, you have certain foods which are like essentially fruits, vegetables, omega-3, nuts, olive oil, all of which are anti-inflammatory. So they reduce the inflammation in your body. So that's the essential role of diet, weight, and knee pain or arthritis.